It sits quietly nestled by the water at the head of the Otago Peninsula. Once the capital of New Zealand, still proudly the pride of the South. It's a place treasured for a quiet, laid-back lifestyle and an easy way of life. For more than a decade, though, it's known for bursting into life to host the best classic car rally in the Southern Hemisphere. Welcome to the Stadium Cars Sanyong International Classic Rally. It's an event that has regularly attracted top international rally drivers, and 2014 is no exception. But New Zealand has a rising star of its own in the World Rally Championship, Hayden PADDON, and he's here once again.
There you go. Oh, if anything, it's just, there's no pressure here. It's just come here and enjoy the pureness of the driving, especially in a classic car like the BDA. Lots of sideways, lots of fun, and you know, we haven't done a rally in 6 months, so this is a good way to blow out the cobwebs and get ready when we head back to Europe.
The competition is hot this year. 94 world champion Didier AURIOL is here with countryman Dennis GIRAUDET.
I have a very good memory of some years ago. I really like the country, I like the people, and I like the road too, so I am here.
4 times Australian rally champion is back. Neal won the event last year at his first attempt, despite the sceptics thinking it's impossible.
Obviously we had a dream run last year and we were able to win it, and you know, we've come back this year, and obviously some very, very stiff competition, and you know, you've got obviously I believe the person to beat will be Hayden PADDON.
Hayden PADDON is not the only Kiwi out to win this event. Triple Classic winner Derek Asen is keen to notch up another victory.
No one's ever got 4, it's only like Passy and myself have got 3. But look, at the end of the day, a podium would be great, but we're just here to have a good time, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Dean Buist is a last-minute starter after his ESCORT came free from an overseas lease. He's hoping for a good finish, despite the calibre of drivers around him.
I'd like to get into the top 3, but time will tell.
Seems to be another 6 or 7 people that want to do the same thing.
Yeah, and they should all be like Marcus and Regan and Derek, you know, I think, and myself, we should all be similar pace, you know. Derek goes, as said last year, it went really well, but hey, you got to have a clean run and try your hardest.
And trying his hardest will be 2012 winner Marcus van Klink in the Group B Mazda RX-7. He and Dave Neal are contending the national championship, so they need to be conscious of the bigger picture.
As much my co-driver. So, oh look, we've always got that in the back of the minds. If we go up and we're getting absolute smoking, I suppose, then we might just back off a wee bit and ensure we finish for the championship, because there's a long championship. But you know, as far as tomorrow goes, we're here to try and go as good as we can in the rally.
And it's a rally where passion comes not just from the drivers.
Part of it is the fact that we just love the sport, and we just like helping guys come up through the ranks. You know, we've helped Hayden come through, and we're helping Dave Holder come through. So we get a lot of just enjoyment out of that. Yeah, sure, I mean, there's a sort of a commercial aspect from that side of things. You can't really measure it. It's just, yeah, one of those things that you just put there, and yeah, we just do it really more because we love it.
Following tradition, the rally begins next morning outside the Scenic Hotel in downtown Dunedin. PADDON has blistering pace out of the blocks. 6 seconds quicker than the Australian. Less than a second separates 3rd and 4th. Asen with the upper hand over Buist early on, but an impressive start for Buist and co-driver Andrew Ballman, who didn't do recce and are driving off the standard pace notes available.
To 6 left 30, to a long side right 120.
Van Klink displaces the Kiwis through special stage 2 near Milton. The road to Lawrence reward him with 3rd.
I guess she was pretty fast out here, but hey, we're going all right. So you know, we're there or thereabouts, bit off the pace in the top 3, but no, really enjoying it. So it's very fast. So hey, tomorrow will suit us a bit better, but we're giving it a good shot.
Regan Ross also shows his colours, slotting in behind Van Klink.
Yeah, seriously fun, serious commitment. There's some strange lines on the road, so I think everyone's having a bit of fun.
Intercom problems haven't stopped Hayden PADDON and Malcolm Reid from enjoying themselves.
A bit of fun through here. The intercom wasn't really working so well, so Malcolm was having to shout, and yeah, made it a bit more interesting.
Then Black Quest, caution, right 4.
As he suspected, Neal Bates had met his match. Rarely since building the CELICA RA40 have the 4 times Australian Rally champions been beaten in stage, but this Kiwi seemingly has wings.
Yeah, look, all good. Hayden's given us a driving lesson, but that's what I expected, so apart from that, all good.
AURIOL and GIRAUDET are 7th after the first 2 stages. The escort provided by Rossendale Wines is not yet set up the way the Frenchman would like, but in his understated way, AURIOL is staying in touch with the fast field.
It's not easy. Okay, but everything was fine. The car fine. Everything fine.
For PADDON, this is a very different experience to competing at the WRC level.
Yeah, it feels quite slow when you come back. There's a lot of fun, you're going a lot more sideways, but the speed's a lot slower, so I guess being in faster cars over time trains your mind to react a little quicker, and then when you come back to a car like this all seems like in slow motion. So, but you know, we haven't done a rally in 6 months. This is a great chance to blow the cobwebs out before we head back to Europe, and yeah, enjoying every minute of it.
Neal Bates is pragmatic about the leaderboard positions.
For Hayden to be in the WRC, he's got to beat the old guy from Australia, doesn't he? But look, I'm very happy with the way it's going. We're going really well, and I'm probably closer than what I thought, so very happy.
No change in the top positions through special stages 3 or 4. PADDON 10 seconds clear of Bates, and Regan Ross closes the gap to finish just 12 behind the Australian.
Into right 4, stay in.
Manuka is 50 kilometres in length and a test for driver and machine.
Immediate right 3.5 narrow. Into right 4, left 4.
Barry Varco had been travelling top 10 through the opening stages, but is towed into service early with a fuel pump failure.
Are they, yours is an outside one, not in the tank? No, it's not in the tank. So, what's his name? What do the Subarus have?
In the tank.
Are they?
In the tank, so it's MITSUBISHI.
Jensen might have one.
Anyone who's modified something would have one.
Yeah.
A rogue stone hitting a brake bleed nipple also brings Alan Murphy in early. But this is more about ticking off the bucket list in his brand new Group 4 BDA Escort.
Well, I heard about it 15 years ago when my wife brought me down for my birthday to stay down, and we stayed at Lana Castle and watched the Otago Classic 15 years ago, and have been back 4 or 5 times since, so, and keep coming back for more.
Cairn Road is another 23 kilometres right on the back of Special Stage 3. Van Klink cements himself in behind Regan Ross once again. No change in the top 4 order. Dean Buist is lucky to survive a moment of distraction.
To a long 7 left, opens over bridge. 180.
Oh, it's obviously guy on the side of the road telling you to go faster, so you try a bit harder and yeah, maybe too hard.
What happened? Explain what happened when you went through there.
Well, we just sort of come into the corner a bit hot, and then it sort of cut in for some reason, and then I missed a gear and ended up dragged down the bank a bit, and then up again and away. You know, it was fine, but you know, not ideal.
AURIOL and GIRAUDET's times are consistently 7th fastest amidst some serious competition. The battle in B is between Nigel Marshall and Cameron Moore. Both have won this class in the past, and Moore has the early advantage.
We had a few mechanical issues in the first stage. We found that we had a plug lead off, so the first stage we're actually only running on 3 cylinders.
A moment through Special Stage 5 doesn't help that winning confidence either. The seesaw ride for Derek Asen continues. He and Lisa Hudson pull a blinder through 5 to be just 2 seconds behind PADDON, but in front of Bates by 1.5 seconds.
Don't know what we did different, but yeah, it went okay.
Like each stage before, the Stadium Car's SsangYong Escort scorches across the smooth gravel countryside of the final gravel stage of the day, Cockleshell.
We're having a bit of fun today, obviously, and just a bit ambitious with the pace note over this crest. Basically, I thought this corner was a bit further after the crest and come up over there flat, and obviously the corner come a lot sooner than we thought, so we've just gone wide into the ditch here and just got bent the left front there quite a bit. But hey, it's just one of those things. It's part of rallying, and still got a smile on the face. Love today, and you know, we'll try and get it fixed tonight, but we're not quite sure yet.
Neal Bates takes over the #1 spot in stage and the rally. teams head for Dunedin and the final competitive stages. The popular city stage on tarmac is all Bert Murray's. Driving the ex-Neal All-Port Championship winning car from a bygone era, Murray blasts around the streets of Dunedin's industrial foreshore, delighting the crowds. Tomorrow will be a new day for everyone, but for now, the main freight Mazda grabs the limelight. On top at the end of the day, though, is Neal Bates, nearly a minute clear of Regan Ross. Showing what consistency brings is Marcus van Klink, while Derek Aysen reaps 4th outright after a stellar effort in Special Stage 5. Dean Buist is in a handy position, 8 seconds behind. Didier AURIOL and Dennis GIRAUDET are just outside the fastest 5, but the Frenchmen are coming to terms with the unfamiliar car. Tomorrow is another day. No room for Dunedin's weather sceptics. Another picture-perfect start for the second day of competition in the Stadium Cars Ssangyong Otago International Classic.
Yeah, okay, for me, what I can feel, it was a very nice day. The road was very good. The public was very nice, very kind. I mean, it's only me was not so fast for different reasons, but I can say the roads are very, very nice to drive. Maybe some stage a little bit too fast, but anyway, it's a part of the race. The country is so nice, so we are still enjoying to be here.
Even without Hayden PADDON, there are still a handful of quality drivers ahead of the Frenchman. Regan Ross, the best of the Kiwis, hoping to claw back Neal Bates' lead.
Different stages today, so after the first couple, I guess we'll see how it's all sitting and who's doing what, really. But we're just loving it. It's great fun with all these guys, and the classic cars are great.
Cameron Moore will be looking for a clean run today if he's to take out the B-class honours.
No, we were going pretty good. We got up to 9th in classics and we were leading our class. But we had a spin in stage 5 in a little tight downhill section, just a slow speed spin, and had to drive back up the road to find somewhere wide enough to turn around. So I think that cost us 30 odd seconds, but we've got to get back on it today.
John Mather has the small Class A category under control. His Datsun 1200 has been around the Otago Classic for a decade.
It was built in 89 or 90. I think it's Kerry Stevens and Tomaroo. And it's been, it's on 3/4 of its way through its second logbook, and it's done Otago, God knows how many times, with John Campbell. I bought it off him. Yeah.
We just set it on autopilot and it goes, it knows the roads.
Just point and squirt, It's...
Cootie Bush is an infamous stage, and even though the Otago Classic route can change from year to year, this stage is always part of the action. Whether it's the fast, smooth, blind crests or the impressive view out to the ocean, one thing's for sure, it's a revered piece of rally real estate. Bates is quick. It's now the second time he's raced this road, and he wastes no time getting into the groove.
Into left 6. Right 5.5, stay in, left 5.
Regan Ross, though, has the bit between his teeth, and at the yellow marker signalling the flying finish, he is only 1/16th of a second per kilometre slower than Bates.
Oh, it's a fantastic stage, yeah, it is a great stage. And we were going good, we were trying pretty hard, and but it was just working, it was flowing really good, and just misheard a note really, and I thought it was a 7, and it's like a cautioned long 5, and I've got my notes, and way too fast around the corner, we weren't getting around it. Basically lost the rear at that point, and then I was trying to give as much room on the inside and the outside because I knew we were going too quick, and at one point I thought we were going to roll, and then managed to sort of whip the handbrake on and pirouette around, and we were pointing back straight down the road, and I thought we had it, but the wheel had parted ways by that point and couldn't avoid hitting the one tree along that fence line really, so yeah.
Derek Aysen fails to capitalise as well. His Nissan-powered Escort with a plug lead off.
3 cylinders, yeah. Off the start line, Curry Bush, my favourite stage. Seriously, 3 cylinders. So we just plodded on. I think we lost about 30 seconds through there, so it was frustrating, but that's how it goes.
60. Chris, keep right, 50.
Through special stage 10, Aysen hits back with a win and a new stage record by just 0.9 over Dean Buist. But with consistency eluding Aysen, Marcus van Klink has moved into second outright. Although rarely better than 4th each stage, he and Dave Neal have been consistent, and that counts. Nikita Gibson and Nick Lawton prove how diverse the sport of rallying can be.
Oh, going fast in the car is pretty fun. Yeah,
At 13 and 14 respectively, the school kids are sitting alongside their parents, gaining first-hand experience about car control, and they're doing it in the right circumstances.
Well, we're on a closed road and the car is built for this sort of stuff. It's not just a normal road car.
What are the kinds of things that are important in the car to make it safe?
The roll cage, the seats, the seat belts, helmets, intercoms so you can talk to each other. There's a whole lot of safety things. Fire extinguishers, first aid kits, everything.
The experience is not lost on his father, Mark.
He's doing a fantastic job. It is a big learning curve, but he's doing well, and we're having fun. Father-son moment.
Nikita is in her second Otago Classic with her stepdad, Tony Johnston, and this year she has a more difficult task.
I'm doing notes, but they're simplified, and it's definitely different, and it keeps me busy, but it's still a lot of fun.
Her mum Heather is co-driving alongside Deb KIBBLE, and the all-girl rally crew is making inroads into the top 10, despite a less than perfect start to the day.
I'm hoping to get into it better these next stages. I was a bit of a blouse on the first two stages today. Nothing wrong with the car.
Becomes very long right, 4.5. Narrow.
Waiporti Gorge and Terrace Range total more than 53 kilometres before the final service of the day. It's a game changer. First Van Klink moves up a gear and takes the 13-kilometre stage by 5 seconds from Bates. Setup changes to the Rossendale Wines Escort lift Didier Auriol into 5th in stage. Victory in B-Class looks promising for Cameron Moore. With Marshall sidelined last stage due to mechanical dramas, Moore is in the box seat.
Sorry, mate.
SOS. No visible.
Just round a right-hand corner, dropped the right front wheel over the edge, and it just pulled us in, and the car ended up pointing straight down into the water. So we were very, 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 very lucky.
Lucky, but Miles McELWAIN is luckier, inheriting the Class B lead.
I hope so, but we're not there yet. We've still got a very long way to go, and I do hope that you've got some wood there that I've got to touch.
Special Stage 12, Terrace Range, is new and is to Auriol's liking. Combined with the small adjustments in the Escort, he is second fastest behind Dean Buist.
So I was really enjoying quite slippery condition, and I was good feeling with my car. So when I had good feeling, I pushed a little bit more, and I enjoy to drive. So it's really one of the first stage I was really find my way with this car.
If Auriol is finding his way with the Escort, Derek Asen is close to losing his.
Bottom right, 80.
Sadly for Marcus Van Klink, his run of consistency fades through the dying stages of 12.
And 30, 4 right minus.
Nah, we're gone.
No, get out, hold on.
They lose their chance at a podium finish, but fortunately not the Mazda RX-7 that is left hanging perilously off the edge of a 100-metre drop. Jeff David posts 6th fastest time in the Porsche 911, beaten back by Barry Varco, who claims a rally best 5th in stage in the CELICA RA64. Safely back in service, Marcus Van Klink is off to buy a lottery ticket.
Okay, the car's still good, so I was very, very, very lucky. God, I should have seen it. Yeah, we'll just get back into it and finish the day off, I think.
It might be late in the event, but the Frenchmen are finding form. Didier Auriol bringing the Rossendale entry home, 2nd in stage, behind Neal Bates. Dean Buist continues to show just how good he and Andrew Bullman are. The Otago Classic allows just one pass before the rally to write pace notes, and internationally at least 2 passes are considered the norm. Young Nick Lawton and his dad Mark drive their best stage of the rally through Special Stage 14 Dixons. The father-son combo brings the hybrid V8 Revenger home in 9th in stage, driving blind without the aid of pace notes. Car 1, Didier Auriol and Dennis Giraudet leave their best till last. With the car now much more to his liking, they grab the top spot through the forest at Whare Flat. but they haven't been able to match the speed of Bates and Taylor.
Into left 5.
Yo, we've had an absolute ball, yo. Hayden was quicker than us on day one, but we hung in there, and I was very, very happy how close we were to him, and then, we had a good lead then, and we just maintained that today.
So France won, Australia and New Zealand 2 apiece in the final 5, but green and gold up where it counts. But then, at the Stadium Cars Ssangyong Otago International Classic Rally, everyone's a winner. And what better place to celebrate winning than outside the historic railway station in Dunedin for the ceremonial finish. The perfect way to end what has become one of the world's great gravel rallies.